Hey, what's up guys? Kris Krohn here. Thank you so much. We got quite a queue of people lining up. Today's YouTube Live is about how you find gold during this coronavirus pandemic. A lot of people, if you've been watching my videos, think that it is the worst of times. They're giving into the fear of the media. They're so worried. And I'm sitting there like, are you kidding me? Every recession is when I make my money. So right now, I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. I'm going to show you watching today, but today we're doing it interesting. Check it out. You can text me at this phone number. So if you are live right now, whether you're on Instagram, whether on YouTube, I want you to take this phone number and I want you to save it. And I want you to name it Kris Krohn. And what I'm going to do right now today is I'm going to be responding to your texts. And because we have so many of you on, I'm going to have a couple of my team members make sure that your comments today are relevant to today's training. So many of you are going to say, hey Kris, what's up? But I'm going to invite you to keep today's questions during this specific to what I'm training you on for how you build your own $1 million game plan. So make sure you save my phone number. I look forward to dropping videos, getting live with you guys right now and showing you exactly how this works. First of all, just a couple of shout outs. Benny Jacobs just hopping on right now. What's up, brother? Good morning. Glad to see you right there. Let me see who else we have texting me. Dude, you guys are welcome to come on and just shout out, say your name. Juan Morales. What's up, buddy? Glad to have you here. Joseph Hess. Glad to have you on as well. We got Jordan Miller. Hey, Kris, what's up? My name is Jordan Miller. I'm 19 and starting to watch your videos. Dude, thank you for doing that. I'm going to be interacting with you guys today through your text. That's how we're going to do today. Just a couple more shout outs, and then I really want to get launching on today's training. Because listen, you need to understand, this is not the worst of times. You should be thriving. Me as a company, we are literally leveling up, we are hiring, and we are growing. How are we doing that? Is this just random happenstance that we got lucky, or is this something I've been preparing for? Because we've been in high summer and fall when you're harvesting, and after that, guess what comes? Winter. And I've been preparing 3 years actually for winter. We knew it would come because it was coming late, and that's why we're thriving right now. That's why we're killing it. So just a couple more shout outs from those of you that are saying hi with my phone number, dropping it in. We've got Joseph Hess, Erica Auer. We've got Jernard Frazier. What's up? Yes, I am here, brother. Thank you. Ryan Kleckner, thank you so much. By the way, I love watching all that you do and teach me. These are all my friends right here. What's up, guys? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to teach a little, and then I'm going to come here to my phone, and here's what I want to do right now. I want to just start literally dropping gold nuggets on you right now. There are several different ways of doing real estate, and I believe you should do real estate based on the assets that you have. So check this out. You either have less than $1,000, and if that's true, I'm going to show you how to do real estate today. You might say, Kris, I actually have somewhere between $1,000 set aside and $5,000. And for you, I'm going to say, I would do real estate, but I'm going to do it differently. If you have somewhere between $5,000 and $40,000, again, this opens up different options and ways of doing real estate. And lastly, some of you are saying, Kris, I've got $100,000, $200,000, $1 million. If you have $40,000 on up, that is another way of doing real estate. So today, I'm going to walk you through how to do this. Now, whatever financial gap you're in, I'm going to come and get some Q&A in just a moment. In fact, from this point on, if you have a question relevant to what I'm teaching you right now, I want you to text me. And I'm just giving I'm just literally giving my phone to my team. And what they're doing is going through the text. And today I want to respond to texts that are relevant to these things. So, less than 1,000, 1,500, 5 to 40, 40 plus. Can all of these individuals, can you do real estate if this is you? The answer is yes. I'm going to break it down right now and show you exactly what it looks like. First of all, let's start with those that have 40 grand, and then we're going to work backwards. Dude, we're getting serious now. I just made 2 YouTube videos this morning at the gym, and it was good, right, Ryan? It was crazy. I did a 15-minute set of hundreds of reps. I call it the happy set. That video is coming out later. Okay, so first of all, if you in your 401ks or IRAs have 40 grand, listen up. If you have 100 grand, if you have more than that, you need to understand that IRA has just changed the rules on IRAs and 401ks, annuities, qualified funds. If you work for someone and you're setting money aside in one of these lame single-digit ROI returns, did you know that you can now take this money out tax-free, almost, and for sure penalty-free? No more 10% penalty. The taxes now get spread over 3 years, which cuts it down, and most of you are going to pay little to nothing in taxes, which basically means you can free your money. Historically, this has never happened before. If you have equity in a home, or if you just have savings, if you have 40 grand, here's what I would be doing. Put 20% down on a home. Most of these homes on average are $140,000. And so between the 20% down payment, that's about $28,000 to a bank, plus you have some closing costs. If you have $40,000 down, you can actually get your money producing, check it out, 25% ROI. Now when that compounds, that means that you're doubling your money every 3 to 4 years. As opposed to equity, 401k, IRA, annuity, you're getting a blended return between 6 and 7%. Your money's going to double every 15 years or 12 years, but not every 3, 4, or 5 years. So 25% ROI, all we're doing to make wealth in real estate is go from low yields to high yields. Now, by the way, if you're sitting there watching this saying, dude, Kris, I got 40 grand or plus, or I got 100 grand, or I got 300 grand, but I'm earning those really slow, pathetic ROIs. And if I want to be wealthy, if I want to be financially free, I need a higher ROI. This is the starting point. This is a double-digit ROI, I've got triple-digit ROIs, and I've got quadruple-digit ROIs. I even have infinite ROIs that I'm going to be telling you about as we move backwards here. Point is, right now, I want you to text me. I want you to text me your name and say, Kris, I've got X number of dollars, whatever it is, just post what that is, and then I'm going to show you how to multiply this. So Kris and Colton, as you guys are talking to people on my phone, if you find someone that says, Kris, I have X number of dollars and it's more than 40 grand, I want you to let me know, because I want to interact with them, and I actually want to show them specifically what I would do if I were them. So let me know if you find that. Meanwhile, well, you're sitting there thinking, Kris, I don't have 40 grand. You might even be a teenager watching this, but let's just assume now, as we work backwards, that I've got someone who's making has 5,000 to 40 grand saved up. 401ks, IRAs, annuities, just savings. Maybe you have a paid off car, maybe you bought a house, you have some equity in it, maybe you're renting and you've been saving something, but you just don't have that much money. You're younger, you haven't had time, you're due over, start over, divorce, whatever. If this is you, here's what I want you to understand. You have mo options. You're close to being able to do this, but there's something else you can do. Here's option A. You can combine money with someone else that has money. That is a form of partnership, and guess what? Now you're in doing a deal just like these people. That's pretty sweet. Another option that you have is I can show you how to do what I call backyard real estate. $1.6 million made over 4.5 years. I made $1.6 million, and all I started with was 5 grand. So I was in this bucket. It took me 14 months to save that money, okay? I was doing a good job saving, but this backyard real estate, what happened here is I learned how to literally do what I call the lease option. This is my favorite version of real estate. It's 250% higher paying than a rental. And basically what I'm doing here is I'm finding a house where I can put very little down, and then I'm going to put someone in that house. I'm going to control it, let them rent it for a higher rate, and eventually sell it to them. And I'm going to make way more money than I would on a rental. That's another option. I'm going to show you option C in just a second, but we're getting some texts coming in. Guys, what do we got? Okay, I've got Hudson Hamilton. Dude, what's up, brother? Glad to have you on here. Say, hi, Kris. I'm on your live stream. Quick question. Should you go to college? Should you not? I already have bad credit. Is there anything I can still do? I got $15,000. Okay, so a couple of things for you, Hamilton. Number one, college is for people who want a career. If you want to be financially free, you don't go to college for that. So if you guys want to go to college, Hamilton, you need to have basically 2 careers. You're going to go to college to get career training, then you're going to come to me or a mentor or some guru or someone that has figured it out and get success training. Career training and success training are two totally different things. Career training will help you pay bills and have a lifestyle. Success training can help you have everything and anything that you want. Most people, unfortunately, go for the career training when everyone needs success training. So, now, by the way, you have bad credit. Fix that, but that does not hold you back. Number one, you're in this category right here. So you can do backyard real estate, but you've got another option that you can do. You can take that 15 grand and combine it with someone else. Now you're also doing these big boy deals where you're actually making sick ROIs. And it's taken me since 2008's recession doing thousands of deals to learn how to get 25, 28, 30, 32% ROIs. Okay? Hamilton, I got one more thing for you, and then my team's looking for the next person. Thank you guys for watching and texting. Okay, what else can you do? You can do backyard real estate, but there's actually also a model called Partner with Kris. This model takes little to no money at all, just like lease option takes little to no money. If you're partnering with me, one of the cool things about this is you're not finding money, you're not finding houses, you're finding people with money that are saying, I'm sick and tired of 401ks and IRAs. I'm sick and tired of the stock market. I'm sick and tired of what is slow and not working. So Hamilton, I just want you to understand that if you do this option, you become an equal partner with me 50-50, and your job is to find people that are sick and tired of having some money but not getting where they want to go, and my job is to do everything else. Find the home, find the deals, do everything, and we split our money 50-50. It's sweet. So by the way, you have options, Hamilton. Okay, next, I have got Chrissy Poplin. Chrissy, your name, the first four letters are spelled just like mine. So my parents gave me a girl spelling. That's okay, I'm over it. But I like your name a lot. Chrissy says, I have $43,000 to invest. That's a cash out refinance on our rental property we currently have. And we've got $50,000 in a 401k that is available to invest. Okay, Chrissy, good news for you. Right now, your 401k, if any part of that is rollover, you can pull that out right now. You can hardship on that. No penalties, no taxes, never happen. Like, I am so pumped for you, Chrissy. This is such good news. But on top of that, you also have an investment property. So high five. Bam. So you're actually already doing real estate, and you've got equity that you can pull out. Average American right now, with the upturn that we've had, has 56% equity position in their home. A lot of people, if you own real estate, you probably have equity that you can use and buy more real estate. And when is now the right time to do it? In a recession when everyone is terrified and scared and saying, oh, I'm so nervous. I'm like, this is where millionaires are made, okay? So Chrissy, right now with $43,000, you actually have the option of getting some of these deals. I partner, I do all the work, I find these, but on top of that, you can also combine assets to do deals. You can do backyard real estate, and you can also partner with me. So do you have options? Yes. You should probably have your game plan customized out. So when this is done, I'm going to text more with you, and ultimately I can have you talk with a member of my team. I'll get you connected to them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you and your husband several options, so you guys find out that now is actually the time to be growing and building wealth. Now, I'm going to pause for a second before I come here. 2008 strikes. You guys find me some more people. Guys, 2008 strikes, and people are screaming, it's the worst of time. All my competition's going out of business. Make no mistake. When everyone runs that way, investors are counter-cyclical. Run the other way. This is when wealth is created. It's never going to be as easy. The deals are never going to be as good. I have been literally waiting a decade for it to get like it was during 2008. And guess what? It's here again. All right, so by the way, are there more options than this? Yes, but I want you to see that you have some options. We're about to move on here, but first, I want to do a little shout out here for William Jackson. What's up, my friend? William, you go by William. Kris, I have $30,000. I have a 775 credit score. That's good, bro. That's a little higher than mine. I've got business credit. I've also $30,000. What's my initial strategy? Okay, I like it. So a couple of things here. I'm going to do your game plan just a little over here. So William, what I want you to understand right now is, and this is good training for all of you, there's $30,000 in credit, and then there's also $30,000. Was that $30,000, Kris, and what was the other 30 grand in for William?
I think it's cash.
Was that cash? Okay, great. So I want you to understand something. Credit and cash, I do two different things with. Credit, will I take 30 grand and put it into a real estate deal? I will not. I need a higher ROI. I need to go from a double digit to a triple digit. So what I do is I put this money in business that earns 100% to 500%, let's use the right thingies here, ROI. What that means is if I can put that 30 grand out and this year turn it into 100 grand, that's over a 300% return. I borrow when I'm getting an active income. I use cash when I am doing real estate. Every one of you, by the way, if you want to become financially free sooner, you need to become a business owner that basically has a business that more or less runs mostly itself, makes you lots of money and frees you from a job. Real estate has a cash flow, and I don't like applying that to credit. I like it being free so the cash flow is real and doesn't need to actually go every penny to a loan. Unless it's like a home equity line or something super, super low rates. A lot of credit cards, after the introductory rate, they're higher. So bottom line is, I use credit for business where I get my highest active ROIs, not necessarily active on my time. And then that 30 grand I would put into a real estate deal. So right now, if you were to get a custom game plan going with my team, we're probably going to open up doors for actually, I've got different businesses I do that pay out really good money for very little time. I want you to explore that. And the second thing I want you to explore are the 3+ strategies for how you can put that money to work in real estate. You do both of those things, boom, you're off to the races. All right, I'm going to talk about this category and then we're going to queue for our next question. By the way, you guys are doing great. Thank you for asking questions. I know I'm getting to very few of you on text right now, but I promise you, I'm going to be spending later today getting caught up, and I'll make sure that all of you get next steps, understand what you need to do, how to get help, and I'm going to show you guys how to freaking crush it with these strategies. This is what I did, starting with literally, I started here less than $1,000 and a whole pile of debt, and 4.5 years later, $1.6 million. Okay, this next one goes out to Jordan Eastman. What's up, dude? Jordan, Kris, watching you live, just closed on a deal yesterday. Dude, everyone give a shout out to Jordan. What's up, Jordan? That's awesome, bro. Comment below, say, Jordan, you're rocking it, man. I've got 2 rental homes now, so he went from his first to his second. Plus my primary, so you got 3 deals. One is paid off, can sell it for around 80 grand. I also have 40 grand in equity in my primary home. What is my next step? Should I push and go for another property or wait till the market drops? Okay, dude, super good question here. Jordan, here's first of all, don't be upset if I give you some advice that you don't want to hear. Guys, never pay off your homes prematurely. And I want to define what I mean by premature. Let's come over here. Where's my thingamabobber? Getting so excited here. Arm day was so good today, I can hardly hold the eraser. Seriously, it was good. You'll see. Okay, what you have right now is a primary residence, Jordan, but you also have an investment, and this one is paid off. That means that it has, let's just call it a value of 80 grand, and you owe 0 grand. Value, owe. This is 80,000 is what you'd get if you sold it. 0 is where you're at on it right now. You just closed on another investment property. Looks like you use leverage on that one probably, and that it's not paid off. The reason why I say you don't pay things off prematurely, I got 40 grand here that I could tap. We don't know what we have here because we just closed on it. This right now for me is popping out as like, I hate low ROI. Paid off homes give you a higher cash flow. But you're not, other than the appreciation, you're actually getting probably half of the ROI. And I don't know how old you are, dude, but you are too young to be getting half of the ROI. So right now you could sell it, or let's say that you could keep it, take 40 grand out, cut your cash flow down, and buy another property. Absolutely yes. But you see, now you've asked another question. You want to know, should I wait for the market to drop? I need you all to understand something. Back up, guys. Check this out. Real estate goes up with time. True? Real estate moves like this. It's not the stock market that is erratic. I love real estate. It's so predictable. It always goes spring, summer, fall, winter, and then it goes back up again. Does it make sense? Right now, when we are building homes for more than they cost to build, and anyone building the home, selling it is making a big chunk of money. That's called a bubble. Right now, if it does the opposite and the market drops below what it costs to build, we can't build anymore and we have a trough. I want you to understand something, all y'all, right now. We are not in a real estate bubble. How do I know this? Freddie and Fannie have confirmed we are short 3.3 million homes. This is a recession, but only 2 out of 5 recessions does real estate bubble pop. Which means, and I'm telling you, it's not happening right now because we have a shortage. Right now, we never got here. We never got over the pump. So right now, until we actually get enough homes, we can't have a bubble burst. The coronavirus is pausing the market. Will there be significantly better deals than I'm getting right now? No, there will not be. So right now, when would now be the time? Now is the time to be getting in the game and actually doing it. So Jordan, I hope that makes sense. Hands down, I don't know what kind of deals you're getting. I just love that you're in the game. And if you want to actually look at joining forces with me and getting the superior deals, then I want you to just comment right now on the text thread and just say, Kris, give me a custom game plan. Any of you watching this, here's what I want you to be doing. I want you to post your name, tell me a little bit about yourself, and I want you to say, financially, I have less than $1,000, I have 1 to 5 grand, I have 5 to 40, or I have 40 on up. Tell me what you got. And then I want you to say, I want a custom game plan. I'm going to interact, I'm going to connect with you, but ultimately, I'm going to have you speak to a member of my team if it makes sense. They can actually show you your next step. Because that's what you guys are doing. You're saying, well, what would my game plan be? Jordan, I'm just scratching the surface. Hamilton, I'm just scratching the surface on what that looks like. So, I'm going to come here until you guys tell me that you got your next one queued up, all right? All right. If you have $1,000 to $5,000, do you have options and can you invest in real estate? Yes. First of all, now is the perfect time to be doing backyard real estate. And then number 2, now is the time for you to learn what it is to become a maverick. Someone outside the box like me. When I had nothing, I found a way to buy real estate. And most people, this is where they get stuck. It takes money to make money. I need credit. You don't need any of those things. I'm actually getting ready to interview a buddy of mine later this week who was with me for 1 year and bought 4 houses without money and without credit, using these strategies that I'm talking about right here. So by the way, you can text Kris, I fall in this range, and do I have options for you to invest in real estate? Yes. And there's one more. PR. This is actually buying a primary residence. Now here's the cool thing about a primary residence. You can get away with not a 20% down payment, but a 3%. So 3% on an entry-level home, guys, like a $150,000 home, that's $4,500. So guess what? If you get a sick deal on your primary residence, like my home, I rented out my basement, lived for free, moved into something bigger than when I was renting a hole in the ground, paid less, and literally made more money, sold that home, made 65 grand. But I put out, on my house, I put just a little over 3 grand in and got 65 grand back. You do the math on that. It was like a 20x return. Nuts, crazy. All right, we got one more category, but first, questions. What do we got? All right, we've got one right here from Brent Phillips. What's up, dude? Brent says, hey, Kris, I'm Brent, listening to you live. I got 40K sitting in an open fund with a planner yielding 15 to 20%. Kris, I want to promise you something right now. You are not with a financial planner earning 15 to 20%. Send me your statement, text it to me, take a picture. I promise you that is not true. Sorry. I've been interested in doing what you're talking about, but I live in Canada. Currently have a mortgage on the house I live in, which takes me YTDSR and GDSR to almost my max. What do you do? Okay, dude, first of all, good question. Now, by the way, why am I calling BS on what your financial planner is telling me? Because first of all, I will never look at your statement for a quarter. I want to know what is its 10 to 30 year average. I promise you it is mid to maybe slightly high single digit. And I want you guys to understand something as I answer your question here, Philip. I'm not against 401ks, IRAs, TSPs. I'm not against annuities. I'm not against financial planners, except in one way. Do you know what all publicly acceptable low-risk investments share in common with each other? I'm going to show you. They've got, you guys need to see this real quick. I want you to get this. I want to show you why we're all so financially screwed, but no one is courtesy enough to tell you why your financial planner, he's incentivized never to tell you what I'm about to tell you. He's not going to like me very much, Philip. But I want you guys to understand the way that the world actually works. Don't be naive. If I have some money in a 401k, or whatever the Canadian equivalent is, if I have money in an IRA, if I have money in the stock market, if I have it in a mutual fund, if I have it in equity in my home, all of these have a blended ROI of somewhere between 6 and 7%. Now, Rule 72 says I can take 72 and divide it by my interest rate. Let's call it 6%. What's 72 divided by 6? Someone give me a calculator, Miller. 72 divided by 6. This is, by the way, without inflation. Inflation is going to drop that number. What is it? 12. It's going to take you 12 years before you double your money. So in your situation, Philip, you have 40 grand. And if you're doing this 6 or 7%, then in 12 years, it'll become 80 grand. And you'll contribute to it. But if you do the math and say, well, how much will it be when I want to retire? You're going to say, that is like 10 to 20% of what I need, hence panic. Panic now, not then. And then start making changes right now. So this is what I have against financial planners, is that this is their goal. 15 to 20% is not long-term sustainable with any financial planner on the planet. I know that because guess what? I own a financial planning company. I had to freaking rip it apart, deconstruct it, and put it back together in a way that would actually get honest and tell you the truth so you can make better decisions. What are those better decisions? Number one, you should be owning a business. You should be owning real estate. You should be maxing out tax advantages. Financial planners don't tell you to do this. They say it's too high of a risk. But their low risk crap will screw you in the end, guaranteed. So, Philip, get your statement, and I want you to get me a 10 to 30-year average, and I want you to post that to me. It's not 15 to 20%.
Brent Phillips.
I'm sorry, Brent Phillips. I'm calling you Phillips. All right, guys. Hey, first of all, if this is useful, will you just go onto the YouTube stream and just like smash the like button for me? Like we're just like freaking going nuts and diving deep here. I've got one more category to share with you for today, but first I got Dominique Riccitelli. Riccitelli! All right, check it out, Dominique. Hey, Kris, so glad to be watching your video. Thank you, brother. I'm continuing watching the video. I have $4,000. Where can I start? Do I need to move from where I live to start buying homes? I'm definitely willing to do this. Dude, Dominique, bro, that your heart is in the right place. Unless your name is Dominique and you're a lady, I apologize. You're welcome to text me a picture, I'll text you one back. Understand this for just a moment. Should you move to get started in real estate? No, I don't think you should. Do I appreciate the level of commitment? I totally do, Dominique. Check it out. Primary residence, if you don't have one of these yet, I would say, do you have 2 years of work history and have you set aside credit? And if so, I know that your $4 grand is going to go to buy a house. If you're like, well, I don't have 2 years of work history and I also don't have the credit, I'd say, great, let's find a faster way. What is that? Partner with me and let me show you how to buy homes without money, or get in your backyard and let me show you how to do backyard. Dominique, I want you to write back and just tell me, guys, where does Dominique live? Do we know where Dominique lives?
No. Ask her real quick.
Dominique,
I think it's
Kent, Washington.
Perfect.
yes.
Okay, so Dominique, Kent, Washington, I'm actually from Redmond, Washington, so Kent was like, right over the hill, through the woods to Grandma's house. It was awesome. Kent's a beautiful place, but you know as well.
Dominiqu's a boy, by the way.
Thank you, Dominique. Oh, man. So check it out. Real estate is super expensive in Washington, as you know. But if you get outside into the right urban areas, you can smash it and you can kill it. So those big cities, I don't want you to be there. In the periphery, I don't want you to be there. I want you to go a little further out. You're going to track path of progress. And those are the areas where you're going to create the most gains for yourself so that you can get the price ranges. So backyard, maverick, primary, these are the 3 things that we would discuss on a custom game plan. By the way, bro, if you want a custom game plan, just say, Kris, I want a game plan. All right, I'm going to get to this category right here. And I also want to do one more thing. I want to talk to any of you that are teenagers, and I consider a teenager anyone who is 17 or younger, because I know I got some of you on here. What should you be doing if you're super young? Right now, there's a couple of things that you need to be doing. Number one, I want you to ring the bell on my channel. I want you to watch all of my videos, because knowledge is power. However, you need to go from videos to books. And here's why. Videos share like a snapshot of an idea, but a book actually shows you the entire strategy. I have written 4 books, but there's 3 that are hyper relevant here. The first one is Straight Path to Real Estate Wealth. If you have that, make sure you've read it. If you've read that one, I want you to get my other book called Turnkey Real Estate. It's called Krohn Consortium. I'm revealing my nationwide strategy. I want you to have that sophistication. And lastly, you need a good mindset book. I've written a couple of them. This book is called Limitless. This teaches literally how to think, kid you not, like a millionaire. You got to believe it in here if you want to see it up here. I've been believing I'm a billionaire since January 15, 2009. 2009. Guys, over a decade. Now, I'm not a billionaire. I need you to understand that. I'm nowhere close to a billionaire. But I can tell you that I am building wealth more rapidly on the exponential curve, and I'm experiencing the hockey stick of it right now. I want to make $1 billion. I want to give away $1 billion. You need to learn to think bigger than you actually are, and you need to believe it here because your mind will actually believe it. These 3 books, so you need to be watching videos if you know, and then you need to collect knowledge. And I'm talking about complete knowledge. The other thing that I would do is I want you to write down this word events. Some of the biggest game-changing things you can do is literally get live with me. Guys, my videos are okay. My books are good, but my live events, there's no comparison. Because I trap you in a room with me for 4 days, and then I literally can guarantee you a life-changing experience. You come ready to learn, and then it's game over. I will freaking change your life. And what that means is really I'm teaching you how to change your own. I will fix your limiting beliefs on money. I will get rid of the garbage that's in here. I will show you how to eliminate what isn't working, and then I'll show you how to think like a millionaire. Then I'll give you your multi-million-dollar game plan, and I'll show you how to crush it. So this is all about training and learning, and what it is it's preparation. This is all preparation. And then there's one more thing that's really big. You want to be, if you're a teenager, you want to be prepping right now, and you want to be the last thing. 1, 2, 3. Here's number 4. You want to save your first $1,000. Why? Because once you have $1,000, I can show you how to start doing real estate in this $1,000 to $4,000 category. That's when options for real estate really start opening up for you. Pre-$1,000, these are the things that you need to be doing. So by the way, any of you watching this, I want you to literally introduce yourself. Dude, tell me about yourself. Tell me about your life. Text me. And then I want you to say, this is where I'm at. One of those 4 categories. And from there, just like you see me do with Brent, just like you see me do with Hamilton, I've been able to start customizing game plan. Are you guys ready with another? I'm going to be customizing that game plan for you. So I want you to post this, and let's actually literally get real and raw about your current financial situation, and then help you actually go out there and start taking an active next step, because it's better now than post-COVID-19. You want to look back and say, this is when I got my start. Okay, we got another question here.
Yeah, from Nick Sierra.
Okay, what's up? Nick Sierra. Awesome, Nick. He says, hey, Kris, I have 12K saved up. When you're talking about combining, is that concurrent estate? Is that a good idea? I have 12K in savings. I'm about to join the Air Force for 4 years. Dude, thank you for serving our country. I want to buy a house in my hometown because I can have my dad look after it and do real estate. So Nick, 2 thoughts on that. It's a good idea to have someone that can take care of your house while you're gone, but a property manager can do that as well, even if it's not your dad. I don't know what your hometown is, but we're going to find out right now. It's El Paso, Texas. Texas is a great market, dude. Texas has low price real estate. There's a lot of positive things about that. It's good for prime residents. You got to focus on getting a good deal, and then there's good cash flow in Texas. It's not my top market. I have better markets I go to, but dude, for $12,000, you're in this category right now where you're literally opening up. As you move down here, it opens up all previous options and more. And so right now, you're totally in a position, Nick. There's several different things that you can do right now. As you're joining the Air Force, I would recommend getting 1, 2, or 3 deals. And just text me saying, Kris, I want a custom game plan. And I'll make sure that my team reaches out and we deliver that for you. All right, guys, we're going to close this down. I'm just going to do open Q&A. Text me if you have any questions at all about anything we've talked about. I'm going to be coming on live again next week and the week after. I'm going to keep a topic each time so that we keep you hyper-focused. But you're welcome to just say, what's up, dude, and connect with me so that we can actually just build a relationship. Right now, I'm kind of like, I hate on email because a lot of people aren't very responsive. I'm a lover of text, and it was a big, bold move last week to say, you know what? I'm going to give out my cell phone number and just start connecting. And I've been doing it for a week now, and I've totally loved it. It just gets me so connected to where you're at in your life. So I look forward to building these relationships with you guys. And we're going to see if we have a couple more questions, but I want to thank you for being here today. When I create a custom game plan, there's several things. There are 3 things in particular I want to know if you want to add this to your thread. I want to know where you're at financially, but I also want to know your goals, and I want to know what's driving you. There are a lot of people that just don't have motivation because they don't know why. It's just easy to sit at home sometimes. It's easy to put it off. I want to know what's driving you. Help me get you better by just letting me know this is what's going on in my life. Most people will not get serious about this stuff until they're in their 50s and 60s. That is the number one mistake of all human beings when it comes to money, is that we decide to figure out money late in the game. And my rule is always be early. So when I'm in the spring of my life, when I hit summer, I want to have already accomplished summer's goals. When I'm in the summer of my life, I want to have already killed the fall and autumn goals of my life. Get early. If you get money done and figured out first, there's so much more you can do with your life. Okay, we got another one right here.
From your partner in New York.
Hey, Thomas. Dude, Thomas is one of my partners in New York. What's up, buddy? Dude, you guys are on such sick lockdown right now, but at least the weather's getting a little better. Thomas, I just closed on my second deal. Woo, woo! Guys, give it up for Thomas, dude. Shout out. Hit the comments. Light it up. That is so sweet. I've got about $12,000 in my Swan account and about $65,000 overall. Thomas, it's time for deal number 3. Now, I want to show you all something really cool as we end the session. But he says, should I ask for a forbearance on my mortgage if my tenants can't pay rent because of the virus? Or should I just pay the mortgages and wait for the rent to come in later? Okay, super good question. Now, Thomas, you know that today at noon Mountain Standard Time, 2 Eastern, that I have for you as my partner, we're actually doing a webinar with all of my partners. So I can actually tell you guys what's going on, but I'm going to give you a little bit of pre-information on this. Do not file a forbearance. In 2008, guys, here's what a forbearance means. It means there's a crisis, it's out of my hands, the government is telling renters that they can stay for free, evictions are being extended, and it is hurting the landlords. Here's what I need you to understand. When forbearances were available in 2008, I had some really close friends that ran with that option. It put their payments on hold, so for the short run, it felt good. But guess what the banks did once the economy got back to normal? They decided to treat a forbearance like a foreclosure, and it screwed them for 7 to 10 years on their credit. So Thomas, we've got the Swan account for a reason. Sleep well at that account. We're going to be paying those mortgages. The rents will come in later. I'm promising you guys right now, the government is going to have the biggest thousands, tens of thousands of class action lawsuits unless they make everything right, because they've stampeded, they've trampled. They've stampeded and trampled or stampled on top of our rights. And, you know, telling us, you can't go to work, you can't do this, you have to this, you have to that, you have to stay home. Guys, they created a mess, and they're doing their best to clean it up, but they have to clean it up or it's going to get real nasty. So guys, make your mortgage payments. Now, for Thomas, the rest of you guys want you to get this real quick. Where's my eraser with the jigger?
You threw it.
I threw it. All right, well, here you go.
The team looking for an eraser.
All right, so Thomas, right now you've got 2 homes. And here's what most people will be thinking with coronavirus. Oh, I should really hang tight and hang back and see what happens. Guys, this will pass. Worst case scenario, when we get a vaccine. This will end. The stock market might stay crashed. We might stay in recession for 3 to 5 years. Yay, it's a good thing for you. But right now, you've got enough money to go in there and kill it and slam on the 3rd property. The reason why I want you to get 3 is because in 3 to 5 years, 5 years from now, our goal is to take those 3 homes and turn it into what? Put time on your side. You start with 2, you go to 4. You start with 3, you go to 6. It becomes exponentially more. 6 becomes 12 homes. Long before that happens, today on the webinar, I'm going to be talking to you about you should be leveraging your track record with other human beings and telling them, hey, I can now partner with Kris. Let's start using your money. Let's play. You're basically buying real estate now. Now, by the way, I'm going fast. If any of this is over your head, you just text me this information I'm talking about, and I promise you we're going to customize and slow it down and help you understand what your next steps look like, because this is the best of times. Carson.
We got a question keep coming up. There's a number of people that are outside of US and Canada are not able to text.
Yes.
Is there somewhere we can direct them?
Yes. Here's what I want to do. If you guys are outside, or if you're not able to text my phone number, I apologize. I would still love to connect with you very much that way. What I'm going to do is, if you look, Carson, did we paste the template on the bottom of this with all the description when we put this together?
We will as soon as it's over.
Okay, guys, as soon as this is over, I want you to come back, or literally right now, just go to a different YouTube video when this is over, and you're going to see a lot of options, and I'm going to actually have my team start posting it right now in the comments. There's going to be a link there that says, it's going to be, go to kriskrohn.com/a-link, and it just says, get a free game plan, and I'm going to make sure someone from my team reaches out to you. Hopefully we can figure out how to text in the future, because we're still trying to figure that out with different services. Thank you guys for bringing that up. Okay, guys, do we have any last questions on the text threads from people today? As we come to an end here, guys, here's what I want to say. Thank you for being here. Tons of information. Today I wanted to be super specific. And this is what I would call a non-custom game plan. To get a custom game plan, your lives are different. There's nuances to the way that you do life, which means, well, what if my credit is this? Or what if I don't have a job? Or what if my parents will co-sign with me? There's all these little things, and the devil in those details determines making the millions. That's why I've never found a way to really give everyone all at once a truly custom game plan, because there's too many variables. But that's why I've built the resources to say, let me help you out. Here's what I can promise you. If you're watching with me today, and if you go ahead and tell me your why, what's driving you, tell me about you, tell me your financial situation, put yourself in one of these categories, and here's what I promise you. I promise you, I will find a way to give you your custom next steps so that you can invest in real estate and crush it. Guys, I started with nothing. I started with debt. And I look at where I'm at today. I love making these videos because I want you to have the shortcut to get there sooner. I'm 40 now. I've been financially free for 15 years nearly. And for those 15 years, I've traveled to 40 different countries. I had to cancel my trip to the Olympics this year. But I've had a chance to live such an insane life, and it's only becoming more exciting and more wonderful. I just want more people to share it with. Man, some of you are like, Kris, man, I feel disadvantaged. I don't got money, I don't got anything, but I got heart and I got motivation. You got that? Dude, we can freaking take you to the moon and back. That's all I had when I got started, okay? So guys, thank you so much for texting me. If you're watching this video after live, I will still text with you. So go ahead and take this information to heart, figure out what your next step is with my team. Let's get all of us together freaking crushing in real estate. I'll end with this. My biggest regret of 2008. My biggest regret was that I did thousands of deals and I helped a lot of people. In the first 5 years, we did over $100 million. And I was so busy helping people that I was doing my own personal deals, but I could have done 10 times more. I am not going to make that mistake again. In your lifetime, you will only experience in your prime working years 2 or 3 recessions. Those are the 2 or 3 opportunities to actually make it big. So by the way, we are living in history right now. Now is the time to show up and freaking make something happen. And so don't wait. Don't succumb to fear. Stop listening to your neighbors or the news. If you can't mentally hack it and it brings you down, makes you want to chill and do nothing, you should be drawing up battle plans and you should be taking action. And if you don't have a coach, a mentor, someone to actually walk you through your next steps, you need to reach out, because even with text, if I can point you in the right direction, guys, we've done something together so that you can actually be empowered to go and do and make whatever needs to happen right now. Thank you guys so much. We'll go live again next week on a totally different topic. Get your game plan. Let's crush it. See you guys.